Have you ever spent the Christmas season in New York? If so, you know how far your wallet can get stretched. Christmas, a holiday for giving and spreading joy, but seems to enjoy emptying my bank account along with it. It only occurs once a year and gives people a chance to spend some quality time with family and friends. Christmas is the time of year when we should forget about our problems and enjoy ourselves. The time of year when toasty fires and cozy nights are the norm. It's the time of year for holiday parties, skating, and warm, twinkly lights. But unfortunately, you are left with nothing but a wallet with a Christmas hangover and no money in it when the lights are turned out and the trees are put away. You may, however, avoid all the costly errors that could cause you to go broke for a few weeks or worse, bankrupt during this season in New York. Luckily for you, in today's video, we will give you some Christmas life hacks in New York City that will save you a lot of cash in this typically expensive holiday. We will look at what you should avoid doing to what is recommended. So, let's see what New York has to offer. 1. Using an Uber over short trips. If you frequently use taxis and reside in a mid to large-sized city, you've probably already used Uber. You might not be aware, but each city has a different rate for the transportation app. December is typically a busy month for social gatherings, holiday celebrations, and other events. The holiday season is a time when we prefer to let our hair down and relax, whether it's catching up with old friends, going out and painting the town red, or just going out for a few drinks. Unfortunately, the celebrations must eventually end, and we must return home. We'll need a way to get home safely and legally because most of us will probably have a few drinks. But due to inexperience, tourists may take an Uber rather than a taxi, not knowing Uber's main flaw, surge pricing, making Uber significantly more expensive than taxis. The cost of getting about the city for tourists as a result increases. The average price of a New York taxi is $1.40, cheaper than the base level of Uber. Although it won't save you a lot, it's much cheaper to use a taxi than an Uber ride. 2. Expensive ice skating. One of the best Christmas activities in New York City is ice skating. In New York City, there are ample options for ice skating. However, some of these skating areas are more expensive than others, so make a sensible decision if you want to save money. As an illustration, consider the ice rink in Rockefeller Center, which attracts tourists the most. With all the decorations and the iconic Christmas tree, it looks beautiful during the holiday season. The most expensive one is allegedly the Rockefeller Center. While the entrance is $25 for adults and the skate rental is $13, admission is only $10 for kids and the skate rental is $13. Now let's look at Bryant Park, another potential ice skating location. Here admission is free, but renting skates costs $20 per pair if you don't have your own. Pretty affordable. Similar skating services are provided at both locations but at drastically different price points. So pick the less expensive option to save some money. 3. Staying in Midtown Manhattan. Staying in Midtown Manhattan is necessary to be close to all the action, but this convenience comes at a cost. You can locate more reasonably priced lodging in the nearby boroughs of Queens or Brooklyn, and you'll be only a short train journey from Manhattan. One of the nation's most expensive cities is New York. Money is a big part of city life, especially in Manhattan. When comparing holiday rental rates, Manhattan is still the more expensive choice. You can choose to stay in the nearby boroughs for the better option. For instance, Brooklyn is still a good starting point. Brooklyn has established its personality and is among the most fantastic spots to stay in New York City for a genuine local experience. You will undoubtedly notice something. Brooklyn is huge. This is true whether you intend to visit the borough or use it as a less expensive place to stay for the duration of your trip to New York City. And of course, the cost will be cheaper. 4. Going to shows at peak times. Christmas is one of the most enchanted times of the year to visit New York City. Moreover, it's one of the most expensive and crowded periods to travel. Wait till off-peak hours if you want to save money on all the preferred activities in New York. These off-peak times are typically on weekends when there are fewer crowds. The busiest times are usually during the work week, when everyone is eager to experience the city's festivities. The majority of the activities that tourists want to do in New York over the holidays can also be done better and more affordably on weekends. In New York City, weekends are typically more affordable, and many business travelers remain during the week. 5. Not comparing prices. Compare prices before you buy gifts to ensure you only spend what you have. Let's be honest, while New York City during the holidays is magical, it only takes one time to get caught in a crowded store. Although there are cheaper priced stores with comparable goods, we often end up buying at costly stores because everyone else is doing so in the same mall. For instance, the Westfield World Trade Center is presently thought to be the priciest shopping center in Manhattan and maybe all of New York City. More than 100 luxury stores, including MAC, Sephora, Apple, and Lacoste, are available to high-end buyers. Over 30 options are available at the mall, from delis and casual cafes to bars and gourmet dining. However, you can still locate shops that offer comparable services for less money and with superior possibilities. Moreover, if you are in a store, you may use mobile apps to compare the pricing with those at other stores. This will assist you in avoiding expensive mistakes. 6. Being too generous with donations. Are you considering donating this holiday season? Christmas is a great time to give to others and is well recognized as a season when people exchange gifts. You may wonder why the holiday season is the ideal time to give to others. People frequently refer to the spirit of giving when discussing Christmas. However, your generosity may easily blow your budget if you consistently donate a few dollars to the Salvation Army or agree to every colleague's request to collect money at the office for a worthy cause. Choose one or two important reasons. Decide how much money you're willing to provide, and then gently decline other requests for donations. 7. Tipping too much. Here is some advice if you're considering giving a few extra dollars as a gift. By no means is holiday tipping required, but it's always appreciated to give a little extra at the end of the year to someone who frequently provides you with a service. Christmas tips also give employees a financial boost who might be having difficulty getting by over the holidays. While giving tips over the holidays expresses gratitude, you're not required to pay every service provider. You should tip only a little, either because you don't know the custom or feel compelled to offer more than you can afford. If you have 1 to 3 people who have provided you with exceptional service throughout the year, think about giving them year-end tips. If you're visiting New York for the first time, think about tipping the people who toured you around the city, not just everyone you met on the street. 8. Shopping without a list. The holiday season is the loveliest time of the year to travel to New York City since Christmas there is an experience unlike any other. Ah, New York City, the Big Apple, the metropolis that never sleeps, and the ideal location for a Christmas shopping excursion. Yes, New York is cold in the winter, but it's also lovely and festive. There are so many places to buy gifts in New York. The city's major department stores, Macy's, Barney's, and Saks, with their abundant holiday windows, are the obvious places to start, but there are many other places to shop for Christmas in the city. There is no more extraordinary city than New York when it comes to holiday shopping. You may discover shops in every price range, from high-end boutiques to conventional retail outlets. However, the availability of whatever thing you want could lead to over-shopping. Do not enter a store without deciding what you will purchase for friends and family for Christmas. Otherwise, you risk succumbing to high-pressure sales methods, last-minute buying rush, and store excitement, which could lead to overspending. If you spend more money on gifts than you planned, you'll either need to make cuts elsewhere or run up credit card debt. And there you have it. You don't have any excuse for making expensive mistakes in New York at Christmas. But in all honesty, which of these mistakes were you likely to make if you paid a visit to New York at Christmas? I'm guessing a few of these you already knew about, but which among them didn't you know about? Let us know down below, and be sure to check out our next festive video. Jingle all the way, folks!